One here back with another Sorare video. So I know I said there's not going to be that much Sorare video content on the channel, which is true. It's still going to be majority Splinterlands, but I figured I had enough things to show off currently that I wanted to make another video on it. So if you missed the first one, it was like a bit of a tutorial introducing Sorare NBA. It's basically a fantasy style play to earn basketball game. That the fun part is it's very passive and it's completely free to play. I haven't spent a cent on this game. I haven't earned anything yet, but I'm enjoying playing and I have the opportunity to earn things worth monetary value if I perform well. So we're gonna do a couple things in this one. As you can see, I have 2 rewards from the previous play week that I need to claim. We also have, we also have our daily drop to claim, our card swap, and then we're going to also enter my lineups for this week. You see they're due in a little over an hour. So a lot of stuff to cover in this video. Let's get into it. So we have 2 rewards here, and we actually have some exciting rewards. No, I didn't earn a limited reward from the champion tournament. We actually had a pretty decent performance from a lot of our guys. Tatum 42, Bull 47, and then Beal 49. But I didn't realize that Butler wasn't going to play in either of the games. I knew he was questionable for the first one, but I sort of was taking the risk that he would be back for the second. And unfortunately, that was not the case. So he got me a big DNP there, which is really unfortunate. And then also sort of our low-level play, Lamar Stevens didn't do that great. And that's kind of the strategy I'm going to be going with, is trying to get 3 or 4 higher-level players, and then mixing in a lower-level guy where either because of injury or some sort of opportunity I think could have a decent showing. But on the flip side, in the common contender, so here we're going to not earn a great reward. I think it's going to be a tier 5 common. So we're talking about someone that sits on the end of the bench more likely than not. But here in the common contender, which is sort of my secondary lineup that I always enter, you can see prize pool here. If you come in 0 to 15%, you get a tier 1 common. And if we go to my team here, we came in that top 10%. So we're going to have a tier 1 common. As you can see here, we got a big performance from Chetty Osman and Tari Eason, as well as Wiggins and Okiki doing pretty well. So my understanding of a tier 1 common is we're going to get one of the top players in the game right now. I know I'm pretty sure it could be a Giannis or a Steph, or I assume Tatum would be in that category. I'm pretty sure Butler was actually a tier 2. So I'm very excited to claim this tier 1. I think it's going to help my lineups a lot. I'm just very excited. So let's claim it. So we have to start with the tier 1, I think. Oh no, we can open the tier 5 first. So let's open the tier 5. Again, I'm expecting someone that most people probably haven't heard of. Someone on the Bucks. Who's it going to be? George Hill. Actually, so we got a veteran. I don't think he plays much anymore, but maybe he's a swap candidate. All right, tier 1 common. Let's see who this can be. I don't know exactly how the tiers work, but I'm pretty certain this has to be one of the best players in the NBA. Let's see what we get. What team? Cavs. So we're talking like Evan Mobley, Darius Garland. Let's go. Okay, this is a great pull. He's been playing out of his mind. So very happy to welcome Darius Garland in the squad. Maybe we'll probably play him this week. Hopefully we'll have enough points to fit him in. Before we set the lineup, obviously, we got to do these, because who knows? I'm pretty sure these are randomly generated. Interesting. So I'm actually going to take Jalen Williams here, just because Jalen Williams is so young and already showing some potential, that I want to get this card's XP up. So, that 2 years from now, I'll have a really high-level version of a Jalen Williams card. So I'm going to pick Jalen Williams here, even though he doesn't have the highest sort of point total there. And then finally, we're going to do our swap. And I did figure out that the card you put in doesn't have to do with the card that comes out via swap. So it's not like putting a higher quality card in means a higher quality card comes out. Yeah, we're going to swap George Hill here. These guys are at least young, where if I train them and level them up in the future, they might be useful. George Hill, on the other hand, this is probably going to be one of his last years. So not a promising pull at all. Just for fun, I'm going to take Scottie Pippen Jr. Just kind of a funny guy to have on the squad. Yeah, we'll swap it out. And he's young. Who knows? All right, so now let's set our lineups. Now that we have our new Darius Garland to play with. We're going to start in the common champion. Okay, so we got Tatum up to 7% now, which is great. And again, if Tatum has 2 games, he's always going to be my MVP. As a reminder, in the common champion matchups, MVP doesn't count against your remaining points. So Darius Garland does have 2 games, so we're going to include Garland, even though he only has 5%. Butler, as you can see, 2 games. I'm not taking the risk. I'll wait. Wiggins has 2 games. I'm going to toss Wiggins in there. We have 25 left to play with. Okay, so here's a good example. DeAnthony Melton. Harden is out. Maxey is out. And Embiid is out. So over this next week or so, DeAnthony Melton's going to have a ton of opportunities that he normally wouldn't. So that makes him a particularly good play here. We have 25 left. Who do we want to go with? Do I want to do Valanciunas? Do I want to do Trey Murphy? I'm going to sort of pull up minutes for recent Pelicans games on my phone right now, because those are the 2 that I'm leaning towards. Let's see. So I found the Pelicans. Sorry, this isn't a great video situation here. I just want to sort of see how both these guys are performing. So both of them start. Okay, and one of their last games, Trey Murphy only played 12 minutes against the Celtics. Valanciunas hasn't been playing that much, but he puts up decent numbers. I think I'm going to roll with Valanciunas here. I'm trying to think. John Collins is an option, but I think I'm going to go with Valanciunas. I think he'll put up at least a solid number for us. So is there anyone above here that I, obviously would love to play Butler, but I'm not going to risk it. This is going to be my main lineup team. Tatum is my MVP. Then we have Garland with 2 games, Wiggins with 2 games, DeAnthony Melton in a bigger role with 2 games, and then Valanciunas with 2 games. So we're going to submit that. And then now we have to enter our common contender lineup. So this doesn't have an MVP, so every person you put in counts against the cap. So as you can see, the 22 here is our average. I want people with 2 games mostly. So let's do Collins. Let's do Grant Williams. Who's someone down here we can grab? We might try to toss... Let's try to toss Cedi Osman in there. See if we can unlock a high-level player here. We can, so this will help us unlock Dort. Do I want to do like 1 game of OG? What if I do that? That leaves us with 16. I don't love that. So I might get rid of these 2 and sort of just do a mid-level lineup here. Like we'll toss in Trey Murphy. We'll toss in Jalen Williams, has been playing pretty well. And then who do we have here? Do you want to take the risk with... Okay, let's see. Has Baisley been playing? I haven't really seen his name much, so I don't know. I feel like he was injured to start the year, but I don't know if he's back. So let's go to standings. Next time I do this, I'll make sure I have the ESPN site all open so you guys can look at this with me. But let's see. No, Baisley's still out, so we're not going to do Baisley. I think I'm going to grab... No, we're going to reassess again. So I think we're going to do Dort, and then we're going to have 15 to go to... We'll try Cedi. And I know we're going to be leaving 5 on the table, but I just think this is the best roster construction for right now. So we're going to hit submit. that'll be our lineup for this. And now we just gotta, oh, I guess there's a Western Conference only one. Let's just toss one in here. They'll get the training points, and who knows, maybe I'll just get really lucky. I know I won't be putting sort of my best lineup on the table, but you never know what could happen. So we'll toss out Aaron Wiggins, and then we'll toss out, sorry, my dog's crying a little bit because he wants my other dog to play with them, but he's not interested. We'll just toss out Nasri. It's basically the same as training, but there's a chance, I guess, we win something. So now we have to register the rest of our lineup to be trained. So they can keep earning XP and get our multipliers higher. And that'll just about do it for the video. You know, now I'm just going to keep entering these lineups. And yeah, you don't have to watch me do that. Thanks for being here. I hope you're enjoying the Sorare content, mixing it up a little bit on my channel. Have a great day, and I will talk to you guys soon.